you see it here? The tail is sweeping the floor with the tail. Some of the negatives of this breed, one of the things, as I mentioned before, is that they are prone to aggression. And again, that's not considered normal. That is completely man-made. That's something we have created. She's given up. That's okay. She can be there. It's something we have created by choosing dogs with poor genetics and not socializing them well enough and not giving them the positive training and care that they need. And that can create even an aggressive golden retriever. But it's man-made and it absolutely should never happen. We should always make sure that we socialize the dogs enough so that they are self-confident and happy, like you can see Moochie very much is, and that they don't become fear biters and become aggressive and nervous. The other issue with this breed is, as with many big breeds, you can get hip dysplasia. It's not an uncommon part of this breed, as well as all the Labs and the Rotties and things like that. And also because of this thick coat, the ruff on the back of her and the feathering on her tail is very easily contaminated. When she squats down to pee, she can get herself very messy and it requires constant cleaning and washing. All the long hair gets tangled, gets messed up very easily. And and it really is a lot of effort to look after their coat. So that is probably the biggest negative. As you can see, she has huge ruff here. It's very beautiful and gorgeous when you do it. She has beautiful tail normally. Now she's very much shaved. This is half her normal tail. This, of course, it doesn't stop wagging, but this is half the normal tail, and this is about 10% of her ruff on her legs, her feathering on her legs left over, only because as an owner, I can't deal with having to wash her every day. Even with that, sometimes you have to wash her every day. So that's just the negative side of the little cute boy. Huh? And again, whether this being stuck to you is a negative or positive is completely dependent on the owner. Some owners will find this an absolute pain in the neck, that the dog won't ever leave you alone even for 2 seconds, and other owners will really, really love it. So those are really the negatives. As you can see, not a big list of negatives. The heat tolerance thing, so be careful, they will overheat. A dog can die by overheating very, very fast in like 5 minutes. 10 minutes in a really hot car. So just absolutely make sure that you're aware that this is not a heat tolerant dog. And also with heat, it's really important to remember, it may seem cool to us, but if it's very, very humid, that is actually very hot for a dog because they lose heat, as you can see from this big open mouth, from evaporative cooling, so the evaporation of the tongue. If it's very humid, they won't evaporate and they will overheat. So again, that's a huge risk with this breed, is to make sure that they don't overheat. They're fun. They're lots of fun. You can literally do anything with them. If you have a ball or a toy, you can get them to do any number of tricks. And they will be really happy to do that if they get a reward of a ball. Those are the main things that I want to say about her. This is Moochie, and she is my marshmallow dog. Yes, our marshmallow dog.